If you find something wrong, when you go out of this, suppose there is some problem in the road, immediately I decide, let me not take this route. There is some problem there. Let me take the other route. Who decides there? Will Bhagavan come stand by the side of you and decide, don't go this way? If that is so, then you have another problem. Whoever has gone that way, there will be stones pelted on them. Then you will come up with a statement, Bhagavan pelted stones on him, which is never acceptable. So it is me who took a decision, I won't choose this way. Let me choose an alternate way. So nothing is preordained except for Vara and Shapa. These two things are always preordained. The destination is fixed. Any Vara, any Shapa, which is curse, and Vara, which are boons. Boons and curses will definitely take effect on the right date at the right time. For example, Muni Kumara cursed Parikshit Maharaja that a serpent Takshaka would bite you and you will die on the 7th day. That is destined. Nothing can happen. So all curses and boons are destined. Nothing else is destined. Everything is decided by us. I have to take a right decision, which we do. Everyday life, we do take decisions. So we can stop this cycle. The Almighty is a common cause who gives birth and body to an Atman. Now, is everything being controlled by Paramatma? Yes, he controls. But not that he interferes and decides every action of ours. He enables us. His management is so beautiful. Not that he interferes in every action, but he enables you to act rightly. If you don't use the infrastructure provided by him, we fail. If you use them rightly, he succeeds. Because he is the one who gave this infrastructure. Government provided me with free ways. They provided me with sales tax exemption. They gave me with good power. All this, I need to put them to right use. But at the end of the year, the Janadipati, the President or Prime Minister, will read the previous year's report. On my Republic Day or our Independence Day, he reads, the gross domestic growth was 9%, was 8%. This government was instrumental in doing everything. Now, we would be wondering, what did they do? Business was conducted by me. I hired people. I invested money. I bought machinery. Why is he taking credit? Because he provided the infrastructure. But I would have another question. If I had failed and made a loss, will this president read that too? He will never read. If whatever profit and gross domestic growth I showed, he takes the benefit. He takes the credit. And if I don't do my business properly and make a loss, left to me. I have to only file insolvency. So it is very true here itself. He gave me the infrastructure. I need to put it to proper use. Bhagavan provides me with infrastructure. This body, knowledge, all the ancient scriptures and Purvacharya's Upadeshas are all the facilities which Bhagavan gave us to enable us. With those, I need to conduct rightly. The Almighty is a common cause who gives birth and body to an Atman according to its past karma. How does he provide? He provides according to my past karma, not indiscriminately. Because the birth which I get is as a cause, as an effect of my past karma. So Bhagavan checks my karma, gives birth as a Deva, or as a Manushya, or as a Gandharva. In that birth, I can decide whatever I want to. For example, Vibhishana was a Rakshasa by birth. Did he not take a bold decision and turn towards divinity? Prahlada was an Asura by birth. He never lamented that I am an Asura, so I am destined. He never said so. He took a decision. He was bold enough to turn towards divinity. So we may be born anywhere. We might have been brought up anywhere in any circumstances. Any moment you can shed the past, renounce it, and turn towards divinity. This is possible any moment, possible in any manner you want. So to substantiate, the Atman is a specific cause for its destiny. To substantiate with an example, if I write a good poem, now the statement will clarify this. If I write a good poem, ellaru ennanu solluvom? You have come here. I was able to come here at 10. Bhagavat Sankalpam. This is one misnomer. This is a wrong phrase which we use. What is Bhagavat Sankalpam? Me taking birth is Bhagavat Sankalpam, which I agree. That too, according to my karma. Not an indiscriminate Bhagavat Sankalpam, not a partial Bhagavat Sankalpam, but it is according to my karma, Bhagavan gave me birth. So coming here or not coming here are all not because of Bhagavat Sankalpam, because of my Sankalpam. It is not his Sankalpam. It is my decision to come or not to come. So don't say that if I write a poem. It is wrong to say that if I write a good poem, since everything is controlled by Brahman, he wrote the poem. எல்லாம் அவர் தான் பண்ணினார். இது அடிக்கடி சொல்கிறோம் இல்லையோ, நம்ம என்ன பண்ணாலும் சரி எல்லாம் பெருமாள் பார்த்து பண்ணிப்பார் அப்படின்னெல்லாம் பண்ண மாட்டார். Please note that if you keep on repeating this statement, nothing good is going to happen to you. Then change the statement. He did not write the poem. It is right to say that he blessed me with this body and skill which I used rightly to write a poem. Not that he wrote the poem. He gave me some skill. He gave me a body. Using that body rightly, I wrote a correct poem. I wrote a good poem. Now, if I have written a bad poem, in the initial statement when you said, Brahman, Bhagavan himself wrote the poem, and the poem unfortunately turns out to be wrong, then the statement would be, Bhagavan wrote a wrong poem. Is it acceptable? But in the second statement, it is possible. Bhagavan gave me a body to use it rightly. Unfortunately, I failed to use it rightly. The poem is wrong. Nothing wrong in this now. So he enabled me. I didn't use it properly. It is left to us to use it rightly or wrongly. The last slide, how to dispel karma. Having known that I am born out of this karma, karma can be wiped either by experiencing pain and pleasure. This is the only way. The cause is karma, effect is pain and pleasure. I keep on experiencing. I am credited with 40,000 salary. I spend in my rent. I spend for groceries. I spend for electricity. I spend. If on 31st I have spent 40,000, I am lucky. If not, then on 1st again another 40,000 gets credited. So I have not spent. So how do I spend? Either by experiencing the effect of the cause, that is a very circuitous route, or instead I can do prayaschitta karma. There is something wrong which I have done, then I can substitute it with the prayaschitta karma. I do prayashchittam, maybe some oblation, or some austerity measures, or some rituals which will nullify the effect of that wrong deed. Prayaschitta, it nullifies the effect. Either you do prayaschitta or you experience pain and pleasure, both are circuitous and far-fetched. For example, Kurattalvan in Panchastavam says that, Yad Brahmakalpa Niyuta Anubhave Pyanashyan Tat Kilbisham Srijati Janturiha Kshanardhe. Whatever karma we earn in half a second, it would take many births to either experience the effect of it or to perform prayaschitta. Half a second karma. A karma earned in half second may take many births to experience or to do prayaschitta. Better abstain. Don't get into this route at all. Even by reading this PowerPoint presentation, we are worried. Getting into Shastra, we will be more worried. So this is not the route available to us now. It is available. It is not the right route for us. It's very circuitous. Instead, best way is to realize that the Atman is laden with karma only due to its union with this body. But for this body, I would not earn karma at all. So the best way is to abandon that. Don't come to a conclusion to commit suicide. Because I said that I assume this body, without this body I would not have accumulated karma, so let me kill myself. If you do that, it is another mahapapa. So you kill myself, killing yourself would mean killing this body. Again, it is not killing the Atman. Atma is never killed. Atma ever exists. So you can only liberate the Atma, you cannot kill the Atma. So the Atma ever exists. I need to liberate. To liberate, death is not a means at all. Death is not going to liberate you. It would liberate you from this body. It is not going to liberate you from the cycles of births and deaths. To get liberated from that cycle, the only way is to wipe out your entire karma. How do I wipe that? So renounce all the karma and surrender to Krishna. I renounce. How do I renounce? I have to eat, I have to work, I have to maintain my family, I have to get recreated. How can I abandon everything? You can, provided you abandon or renounce the fruits of all those actions. Still you can keep doing punya karma. Not necessarily you have to stop punya karma. How will I stop? I am here to do punya. But if I am going to ask for the fruit of punya, then I won't reach Paramabada. I won't reach Vaikuntha. So renounce all the fruits of all karmas, abandon them, surrender to Krishna, sarvadharman parityajya, renounce all dharmas, all karma, mamekam sharanam vraja, surrender unconditionally to me, mamekam sharanam vraja, aham, the omnipresent potent Krishna, tva, the very lean and mean Arjuna, sarva papebhyaha, from all the sins and karma that you have accumulated, mokshayishyami, I remove them, I release you from all, ma shuchaha, don't worry, don't be concerned at all. So this is the Charama Shloka of Bhagavan Sri Krishna in the 66th verse of 18th chapter in Bhagavad Gita. So he wipes our karma and grants liberation at the end of this birth, not immediately. At the end of this birth, you go and surrender to Krishna. If he immediately accepts your surrender with grace and tells you that now take moksham, if he says so, we won't surrender at all. So that's why I have put there at the end of this birth, not immediately. You go to surrender, you plead to him, at the end of this birth, let me not travel to another birth, let it cease there, let me reach your lotus feet. It is then Bhagavan grants this. What is the eligibility? What should we have to plead to Krishna, wipe my karma and please grant me moksham? The only eligibility is not to be born in any caste or community, not to be a great jnani, not to be a pauper, a poor or the rich, not at all. The only thing you want is a longing, an aspiration to reach him. That's the only eligibility. If you have that, he is the first one to grant you. But don't think that is easy to culminate. To cultivate aspiration, to cultivate a desire to reach him is the most difficult. You are given something for a rote study. Manapada pannu, by heart pannuna, you will easily do that. But if you have told to reflect on something, it is very difficult. So we may by heart, we may even just by heart and tell many hundreds and thousands of verses by heart. Those things are not going to reach you to moksha. It is the realization and the aspiration to reach him that will fetch us moksha. So Bhagavan, in the intermediary period, do all that pleases him. I go plead to him. He grants me, not immediately, but at the end of this birth. What do I do in the intermediary period? I go at the age of 7. I have to live till 70. What do I do? In the intermediary period, do all that pleases him. This is known as anukulyasya sankalpaha. Do only those actions that please him. Abstain from all that displeases him. Whatever will cause displeasure to him, abstain from them. Whatever would please him, do them. Lastly, in short, Bhagavad Dhyana eliminates karma. Keep on meditating on him. It is he who has to get pleased and eliminate. Now that I have come to a conclusion that I don't have the power to eliminate my karma, even if I do, it is going to take births after birth. I am not going to venture into that at all. Instead, plead to Krishna. He does. If I go surrender myself to someone, kindly give me job here. I am not eligible, but still I have to run my family. Please give me a job. Then what will I do? I will do everything that will please that owner. I will not do anything that will displease him. If this is true with an owner with whom we were related for 4 years and 5 years, is it not true with someone with whom we have been related eternally? I am not that related to God today or yesterday or tomorrow. Even in this world or that world, I am going to be continuously related to him. So I do everything that pleases him. I abstain from anything that displeases him. Bhagavad Dhyana, meditating on Bhagavan, releases from all these clutches. Think about myself, I am afraid. Thinking about him, all my fright, all my, whatever difficulty I have, all those get eroded. The Shastra says that, Athasaha abhayangato bhavati yada hyevaisha etasmin nadrisye natme nirukte nilayane bhayam pratishtam vindate ataso bhayangato bhavati. Think about him, then you are not afraid of anything. You are bold, you are confident. Think about yourself, you get frightened. So let us not think about myself. Instead, meditate on him because he is full of bliss, full of knowledge. Thinking about him, I draw source from him. I have concluded this session with one quotation from Upanishad. Bhidyate hridaya granthihi chidyante sarvashamshayaha kshiyante chasya karmani tasmin drishte paravare. On sighting Bhagavan, tasmin drishte paravare. On meditating upon him, on having his darshan, vidyate hridaya granthihi. All the knots in your mind, all the confusions, all the doubts in your mind, they all get dispelled. Vidyate hridaya granthihi, chidyante sarva samshayaha. Chidyante, all your samshaya. Samshaya would mean the doubts which we have. All those doubts would get dispelled. Kshiyante chasya karmani. Asya karmani. All our karma, kshiyante. They are all destroyed. They are demolished. Kshiyante chasya karmani. Tasmin drishte paravare. You sight Bhagavan, meditate on him. This is the effect of that. So, in the first session, we have talked about past karma, birth and rebirth, the rewards and punishment for my past karma, how do I dispel my karma, what is surrender, and how to plead to Bhagavan. Does he decide on everything? Is things all preordained, or do I have the power to conclude on something or do something or take a decision? We have dealt with all this. But the very silver line which we have to carry home is Bhagavad Dhyana dispels karma. So it's very important to meditate on Bhagavan. The first session, my resolution would be, anyhow, you are going to have a group discussion and take your decision. But my resolution would be, at least begin meditating on Bhagavan for 10 minutes a day. We have to make a beginning somewhere. Now that we have understood that this Atman is quite distinguished from this body, and I cannot be born again, I would not like to, I have to erode, I have to eradicate my karma. The way is to meditate on him. Let's make a good beginning. Now,